Hey yo, divine earthlings of the universe. What is up? What is up? What is up? I do hope that you all are having a good day, a good night, whatever time it is for you. Peace, love, light, blessings to you all, and namaste. I'm here to do a collective divine message. I did channel some energy, not too much, and I'm just going to kind of go off of that energy and just dive into a message from spirit. And it may pertain to what I wrote down and it may not, but I'm just going to flow with the vibe. So before I do start, I'm not a psychic. I'm just a messenger. I'm here to provide the purest love and light energy from the Most High Creator, my spiritual team, my guides, God, Gaia, in the universe, and the purest love and light vibes possible. So we cleanse away any negativity, evil eye vibes, dark entities, dark energies from this space. We keep this space divinely protected by our archangels and the Most High Creator. So my ancestral teams, my guides, God, Gaia, in the universe, I appreciate them very much for protecting this space. I am one reader, so you may resonate with another reader out there, which is a-okay with me. Find the reader that's best for you. I'm not sure if I said this, but this is never to impose my feelings, thoughts, or beliefs into your life, okay? If the Cinderella slipper don't fit, don't force it, and don't eat the food on the plate if you don't like it. All right, guys. So I did channel some energy. Now with masculine and feminine energy, I do tend to say he, she, but this could also be a male, male, female, female dynamic, or however you identify yourself. So hopefully no one takes offense to that, as this is a non-judgment zone and this is not about a debate. I'm just channeling the energy, so you vibe it or you won't. But yeah, there's some energy here that I'm picking up. Let me see. Today is August the 15th of 2024. And I wrote yesterday on August 14th, 2024. I did like 2 videos yesterday. And at 4:22, which is I think after the videos I did, or in the midst of, in between those two, at 4:22 p.m. I heard worked against you but with you, and I don't think I really touched on that in the readings, so I did write that yesterday at 4:22 p.m. And then today, when I was getting started saging the space, clearing the energy, it was 10:10, and I heard, now that you are woke, it's impossible to be a sleep sheep / follower of the matrix. And then it was 10:11, and I wrote 111 basically. And then at 10:21 to 10:22, I heard, if people truly knew what you know, they would have a better understanding of who you are. There's a lot of people out here who don't truly know you, divine collectives. And you may start to realize that some of these people possibly wanted to work with you, but they were working against you because they truly didn't know who you are. They truly, because if they knew what you know, like on a deeper healing level or a deeper spiritual level, they would understand who you are instead of kind of working against you or putting this perception about you out there. We meet so many different people on our walks of life, like so many different people. And sometimes these people know you in a space and time that they needed to know you. And then, yeah, we drift apart or we disconnect, or, you know, you remove people out your life for whatever reason. Even when it comes to, like, for example, social media, let's go there. When you have followers, sometimes when you connect with people in like-minded spaces, you may tend to, hey, what's your social? I'll follow you. Boom. So then you follow people. And then at the same time, you might get unfollowed, or you might realize that they are still following you, whatever the case. Sometimes I clean up my followers, or I'll just go through just to condense like my feed. And sometimes I'm really not on my social media apps anyway. So I just, you know, decide to just, I might stay connected to those people that I truly am connected with at times. I keep it like very I have my Amalgam Divinity Glow, my personal page, and sometimes I just keep it simple, which is nothing against anyone. It's not a personal thing in most cases, and sometimes it could be, right? We've all been there. So in that aspect, though, a lot of people are going to follow you and a lot of people are not going to follow you, right? But one thing about you is, now that you're woke, it's impossible to be a sleep sheep or a follower of the matrix. So once you wake up, and I can even contest to this myself, it's like once you actually wake up, you're woke. It's impossible to view things the same in life and how the world is operated. It's like, okay, I don't vibe this. I don't flow with this. This is not the natural part of life. But then you also start to see the energies of everyone around you, and it's hard to kind of block it out because you are a woke, chosen vessel. And your perception of living is different from a lot of other people. So sometimes people are not going to understand you, and they may unfollow you, right? And sometimes you have people, going back to this 422, I'm being called to say worked against you, but with you. You have people that worked with you, but they were really against you in some cases for whatever reason here. And they could have turned other people against you from what I'm receiving here. And so it's like, when you're a chosen vessel, sometimes it's going to be that, oh, hold on guys. I just realized that this video stopped, my little music. So y'all might hear a little ad for a second. And this is an ad, something about we buy any car. So we buy any car. So this place buys any car. It don't matter what kind of car it is. It buys any car. If y'all looking for a car, any car, we buy anycar.com. I think that's what it was. So two things I'm getting from that alone. Sometimes people buy anything just to receive something. You know, they'll buy into anything. Oh, okay, Spirit, I hear you. So when people work against you but with you, they also can turn people against you that to work with you or something like that. So they'll buy into anything. Some people will buy into anything, like, man, you'll buy into anything, meaning you'll listen to anything or you'll say anything to get your way or to get people to see it their way about their perception towards you, like to get others to view you the same way, to kind of turn against you. So as a chosen vessel, even though you could be pouring in and pouring in and pouring in and uplifting and being there for somebody, right? It starts to take a toll as a chosen vessel when you're such a nurturer. And it's kind of like, you're like, okay, well, I be in my own lane, but my lane keeps getting interfered in the midst of me staying in my lane. No matter if you stay in your lane, something's gonna knock it off, or something's gonna try to intervene in your lane. And sometimes staying in your lane, people don't also understand why you do that. But you hear so much about, you know, stay in your lane, focus on you. So when you actually stay in your lane and focus on you, people think then they might not truly know you in those incidents, because if they did understand, like, okay, well, you are staying in your lane and focusing on you, so I get it, you know, because I do the same thing, or we do the same thing, or da 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 da. They speak the same thing about staying in your own lane and just focusing on you. And that is not in a negative way. See, some people don't see it in that light. Some people see it as a negative thing when you stay in your own lane. So it's kind of like it's impossible for you to be a sleep sheep now. Like, perception of life is completely different. And you're woke to those who have been against work. You're woke to those who have worked against you, or you're woke to how this world is operated. Even when we think about political standpoints, how this world has been operated, you're woke to that. The natural part of life, nature speaks higher than any political platform, any social platform. Nature speaks higher than those things. So it's like when you connecting with nature, you're connecting with your natural self. So when you start to connect with your natural self, you start to have an inner understanding of yourself. But unfortunately, the outer world may not understand that. The outer world understand, they still may be under you. After you understand yourself, the outer world may be under you because they do not understand you. This message, because at the end of the day, we all have a life to live. At the end of the day, we all have a natural process to be somebody who can blossom and bloom to the greatest capacity of your lifespan and live a life that is flourishing, that is beautiful, that is healthy, that is wealthy, that is uplifting other people around you, and it not being seen as people trying to work with you but then try to come against you because you 11:44 on the timer, because you have so much going for yourself. And see, so when you have so much going for yourself, then people might tend to think that you are better, or maybe you might feel like you're on a higher pedestal than this other next person. But if they truly understood you, they wouldn't think that, because you just living a natural part of your life. You're just being naturally who you are, and the natural parts of life come your way. The natural people that you're supposed to be connected to come your way. I'm thinking about the 4 seasons. We have winter, spring, summer, and fall, right? Winter, let's start there. Winter is the cleanse of it all. Everything ice is over, it's cold, everything dies off. But it's also a time of hibernation. It's also that time to recultivate yourself, remaster yourself, reposition yourself, remember yourself, rebirth yourself, replenish yourself, rejuvenate yourself, rewind. Like, I'm hearing something about rewinding, like, because you're reminiscing on yourself. Again, you're getting to the inner self of who you are. So by winter, spring, you are able to spring forward new. That's why technically the springtime is the new year. Okay? Because you're springing forward into the new you. And the inner you've cleansed away in this hibernation of this winter season. And the winter season can bring some cold as ice vibes, possibly, because think about the fall back. When it's the fall time, it's still fall back during winter, so it's darker outside. It's a lower, like, you don't have a lot of energy. It's pitch as black. Excuse my language. It be pitch as black outside. So it's like you have to literally find that inner motivation to motivate you. And when you come out in the springtime, you're springing forward into this new energy that you've discovered in that hibernation. And a lot of people, when you come out of that hibernation, they're not going to understand you. But if they truly knew what you knew, they would have a better understanding of who you are. And that's why sometimes when you come out, these people still don't have an understanding of you, because they're under what you now inner know about life in general, about the process of life. So you spring forward and you're decluttering things now. You're cleansing out your space, your home, your life, people, places, things, bad habits, whatever, because you're rejuvenated, because you're inviting the better parts of yourself into life, including those around you, and more, uplifting situations. So then in fall, the leaves start to fall off, right? And it's a reprocess to see, okay, are you going to go back and, recycle that? Or are you going to renew and keep renewing yourself? So, the fall time, everything falls off, like the leaves are falling off. But I love the fall time because, excuse me, I'll be having a lot of spiritual burps in my readings, 15, 22 on the timer. I love the fall time because it's a time where everything is changing. All these beautiful colors emerge in the world. The trees are all different colors. The leaves falling off, the weather, the temperature, everything is like crisp and it's like refreshing in the fall time. And so everything starts to shift in the fall time, right? But it's also reminding you what you stood, how tall you stood, even though things in the midst of fall time may try to bring you down. And that's the beginning of the fall back season. You hear me, like fall back. Sometimes you might fall back in the fall time. That will make sense. That's why I heard recycle. Are you going to recycle in the fall? Because it's a fall back time for you to recycle old habits, for you to recycle old mindsets, for you to recycle old connections, for you to recycle, I'm hearing like just old ways. You could probably get tempted in the fall time because that's when the holidays, like the more, those of you who celebrate, but the time of the world is like everybody's coming together. And sometimes, you know, you probably reminisce about people that you want to come together with again in the fall time, about connecting with people. And see, the thing about it is, connecting with people is a beautiful experience, especially when you connect with people who truly understand you on that deeper level and on that spiritual level. And I'm receiving here, sometimes it's things have been like put to rest as well. I'm hearing reflection because I'm hearing like a lot of RE words. So that's like a reflection period. Sometimes you reflect on things and fall back time. You could be reflecting on things that fall away, that died away. Because if you think about it, yeah, winter things die off, but the fall time is the beginning of things dying off. The fall time, hold on, I'm not about to remove this. Sorry guys, I'm having an issue. I'm kind of multitasking. But the fall time is when you actually are beginning to release things. RE again. And more so, you're starting to release things within yourself. Especially when you're a highly woke one, when you're on that spiritual walk, this is kind of what happens. So that's why in the winter time, you are now releasing, but you go into hibernation. You go into hermit, into solitude a lot of times. The chosen ones do that. Or divine collectives, however you identify. You're a highly woke person though, okay? Even though we could say starseed, light worker, chosen one, divine empress, divine emperor, hierophant, high priestess, high priest, we are all under that umbrella, ascended masters. It's when, and I had a video the other day, so I'm happy that this is coming up. It's when it's like a level, an ascension level. You going up your ranking goes up and up and up and up. Your spiritual ranking is up and up and up. So you encompass all of those under the umbrella. And you're rising so high, you're with the Most High. You're in tune with the Most High. You have it, and that's why you have more of an understanding of who you are. And the more in tune you become with the Most High, a lot of people aren't going to understand that, because a lot of people can't really tune in with the Most High all the time because their frequency isn't ready. That doesn't mean that they will never become in tune with the Most High or with their higher self or with their higher vibrations of life or, being around those higher connections. It's not that it will never happen. It's just sometimes people do fall back more than they spring forward. So if people truly knew what you knew, even in that regards, they would have a better understanding of who you are, to where they wouldn't jump to a conclusion of who you are, or working against who you are, or believing what somebody says who you are, or what happened. See, people also have to, I just saw a reel the other day, I put it on my story. It was like, sometimes we have to be okay being the villain in other people's story, because the truth of the matter is, if you treated someone good, then you wouldn't have nothing negative to say. They wouldn't have anything negative to say about you. And sometimes you could treat people great, but they still have something negative to say about you. And that's hey, it's unfortunate, but that's what happens in life. Not everybody is going to fit your mold, or you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but they will spill some tea about you, even if it ain't true. That 21, and 21:22 on the timer, they will. And so that's when you have to be like, that's fine. I understand who I am. You don't understand who I am, and that's okay. And these people may have followers who don't understand who you are, and that's okay. And it is hurtful. I'm not saying it don't hurt you. I'm not saying you're not gonna get over it or think about it or, have some little fallback moments. I'm not saying that you won't, but the fact that you understand yourself and you understand what this world is, that you're not asleep to it anymore. 22:02 on a timer. And I do say angel numbers in my readings. Sometimes I do go look at them, but this one I'm probably not. So if y'all want to look up those, you can. It may resonate better for you. And I do want to say, if you ever want to get in touch with me, my email is in the description. I currently don't have comments on my posts at this time. I may open up comments because I would like to get feedback. But like I say, you can always email me if you ever want to discuss any of my videos or ask me any questions. Okay. And I don't personally do, at this moment, personal readings. But it's not that I don't. And it's not that I won't. I just, at this moment, the collective messages are what Spirit is telling me to focus on. So that's what I'm doing. But anyway, yeah, you're not a sleep sheep to gain followers. You're following your own league. You're in a league of your own, is what I'm hearing as well. And see, some people want to compete with you in your own league. And I did hear, even if you stay in your lane, people still want to intervene or compare their lane or compete with your lane when you're just in your own lane, because you're in that makes you a league of your own. It's like you stand out more on your own than you stand out with a group of people. And see, that's the dangerous part of that's dangerous when you kind of X out, or I'm hearing exile, because I'm going back to the 422 worked against you but with you. So people want to work with you because you do stand out, but they may start to work against you because you stand out. And see, when you start to, so that means you're going to stand out on your own alone anyway. Whether they want to work with you or not, you stand out. And these people know that. So it's kind of like, that's why they want to get in your lane. Because you stand out and you help them stand out. I'm hearing you're a standout person. You have a standout personality. You're very liked and likable. Okay, Spirit Team, where we going with this? Where we going with this message? Let me see. Yeah, you stand out on your own. And the hidden truth is, you can't hide the truth from a chosen one. Or from a person like yourself. This one just fell out. Let's see what it says. And even though people try to hide it, it's like you're seeing everything being unveiled to you, which is also why you can't be a sleep sheep or a follower of the matrix. You will soon receive a pleasant look at this, guys, I love this. You will soon receive pleasant news of a personal nature. The fact that it got nature on this card or on this fortune, we just said your nature, and it's your personal attributes that make you stand out. Your natural self stands out, okay? You will soon receive pleasant news of a personal nature. The way that's written is written like that, but something personal, you're going to have some pleasant news. See, being yourself is allowing you to be you're your natural self, and you're going to receive pleasant news and receive more pleasant things just because you're your natural self. And it just turned 26 on a timer, and that's number 8. We are in the year of 8. I'm hearing karma, dharma. So your karma, whatever karma you cleanse, now you're walking into your dharma, basically. Okay, this also came out. It's time to write a letter or email to one who is distant. So there is some distant people, and I did hear that, because it could be some people that you distance yourself from who tried to work against you, or who just didn't understand who you were at the time, and now they know who, at least they're trying to figure out who you are. Hold on, guys. Somebody want to reach out to you, Divine Collectives. A former acquaintance will unexpectedly resurface. Resurface. Somebody want to reach out to you or hear from you and resurface. Because now somebody probably has a more understanding of who you are, because maybe they went through some life shifts and changes, and possibly people working against them that they thought knew who they were. And they realizing that people don't know who they are, but you, Divine Collective, knew who they are on an inner surface, not an outer surface, but you knew who they were on an inner surface. Okay, I am also working. I'm trying to multitask, so forgive me. Okay, I'm gonna get a card message, and then we're gonna end this reading. Let me see here. I don't know what card deck this is. Let's see. Okay, this is the wedding deck. Wedding band represents commitment and eternal love to your spouse, and eloping is underneath that. I think this is just a sidebar for some people out there. You're getting married, possibly eloping, or you just have a deeper commitment to someone who actually understands you. And this person sees you, and it could be a fall wedding or something like that, or y'all just have fall together and fell in love. I'm getting more like that's a sidebar for someone to stay hopeful. Okay, I'm gonna keep it out. All right, because I'm gonna get a different deck though. You might, and see that would make sense. It's just two of them. You might not have nobody, like, you don't really want a lot of people. I'm hearing intimate circle. Like, your circle might just be your spouse. That's it. The most person that's intimate with you on all levels. But you might just, this might just be that person who understands you, and they're not under you. Like, they don't put that under you. Because what I'm receiving is, when you try to get people to understand who you are, they still might not. And then they kind of put you under in certain ways, trying to understand you. They think that you're below them or something in some cases. Like when it's, like I always told my nieces the other day, I said, we all have our own individual lives. You go to school, you have your own life. I don't know what it's like in your classroom, what's being discussed when you walk to your first and second period, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how you're feeling throughout the day, who you're encountering, who you're seeing, who you're speaking to, how your teachers are treating you, how you actually feel on a day-to-day. We never know unless we actually express that inner part of us. If not, I'm just going to know what you outer express to me. Hold on. No. Hey, Hypnotic. Hush. Calm down. Sometimes he'll bark, but hopefully he don't get too loud. But yeah, so on a day-to-day, I might do my day-to-day things as well, and nobody will know exactly how I'm feeling unless I inner express that. But even if I inner express that, that doesn't mean they still gonna understand it. You know, like, you can only express who you are. And when you truly know who you are, like, you're not gonna care how someone views you, but people will still put their perception and their twist on how they view you regardless, or try to give you some insight. But if I give you more insight of my life and how I inner feel, I can more connect with you. But if you're just going to hear from an outside perspective about how they feel towards me, that's how you're going to view me and connect with me. You get what I'm saying? And see, that's where people kind of misinterpret who you are or misconstrued who you are. And it's because of miscommunication in a lot of cases. Either that person themselves is not communicating with you, or the other people that they are communicating with are not communicating with you. And see, I'm a communicator. I like to communicate. And if it might be blunt, I am a Sagittarius. I could be blunt and honest, but I'm going to be truthful, and I want to be real. And even if I wasn't a Sag, just in general, I can't lie to you. I would prefer you not lie to me. Let's be open. Let's be real, and let us talk. Like, that's how I view things as well. 3232 55, because if I'm changing, or if I feel like you're changing, or whatever the case, I'd rather speak on it. If not, you know, or try to at least speak on it, right? Sometimes you try to open up and speak on things, but sometimes someone else doesn't want to. And, you know, that's just that part of life too. Sometimes you disconnect, and that's just something that you got to be okay with as well. Okay, Spirit Team, where are we going with this message? Do I need to get... All right, guys. Ancestors. The ancestors speaking today. I think we'll do these. Uh-oh. All right, ancestral deck. What we got? Possibilities. The only way to reach your goals is to keep pushing forward no matter the obstacles. Yep. I love this card. He's so ambitious. He's like, I can do this, and I know I can do it. He don't even got the helmet on. He fearless. He's already aware anything is possible. Even at a young age, anything is possible. Yeah, open path is here. See, this is you understanding who you are. This could be the people on the outside not understanding who you are to be walking so confident in your own lane. I'm telling you, on your own lane. I'm hearing you own your lane. You are confident in your own lane because you own it. Things that are meant for you will come naturally. Hey, the word naturally. And without much effort, free from any interruptions caused by others. Yep. Yo, you don't have no interruptions because you understand yourself now. Nobody can interrupt you. are your path, are your process. And see, that's where the not understanding you can come from too. Okay, spirit team. Then we're gonna end this message. I ain't really shuffling great lately, y'all. Forgive me. I kind of want to learn how to shuffle like with that little waterfall that they do. I tried, but then I don't really want to bend my cards. But anyway, all right, spirit team, what we got for this message to add to it, please? Thank you. From our ancestral team, the Most High Creator. What energy can we get for the divine collectives? I'm hearing you spiritually mastered and defeated masters. I'm hearing you spiritually mastered and defeated puppet masters. Damn. Those puppets out here. You spiritually mastered yourself, which has allowed you to defeat puppet masters. That's why you in your own land. That's why people probably, they want to continue to work with you, but they also working against you because you're not a puppet out here. Again, that would make sense with the you're no longer a sleep sheep or a follower of the matrix. You own your path now, and you see endless possibilities. You don't need an entourage. Like even with eloping, you don't need an entourage for your wedding. This person sees who you truly are, your inner soul. That's all you need. You realizing like, I'm cool with a party of 1 or a party of 2 or a party of 0. I'm cool. And if it's a party of 20, I'm cool. It's just, you don't seek that entourage validation or that entourage number, something like that. You're okay with that. That's one thing about you that people don't understand. And so since they don't understand, they feel like you either put them beneath you or they start to put you beneath them because they don't get it. That's why if people truly knew if people truly know or knew what you know, yeah, that's what I wrote. If people truly knew what you know, they would understand you. Let me look at, what did I write? Don't even remember what I wrote. If people truly knew what you know, they would have a better understanding of who you are. Yeah, that will make sense. See, you're more focused on your stability at the moment. You're building things hand by hand, bit by bit. It's important to live with love, provide security, and maintain consistency. Yep, you're consistent. You're staying consistent on this open path and your possibilities. And you're not allowing nothing to break your focus. Like he's concentrated, okay? He is concentrating on building this chair bit by bit, scrap by scrap, cut by cut. He ain't even got no gloves on. He is mastering. I did hear this is like that spiritual mastery of stability. You're being real and you're connecting with your inner self by doing it alone. I love when I like have my art pieces and I'm working with my art. It's like an energy that overcomes. That's like, I'm connected with my inner self and I'm putting it out into the world. So whatever you're creating from your inner self, when you produce it and put it out into the world, it's going to make the world even more stable. You could be a religious leader. Now, not to say that, I know religious is different for everybody, but I'm getting more like you're a leader and a guide of teaching people how to have healthy, healing boundaries in their lives, even, or spiritual burp, learning how to work with other people, because with this open path, maybe you could be coming into working with other people, a group supporting a pastor, giving sermons, and engaging with the community. You're meant to work with people, and if it's not on a panel or like on a mission board panel or something like that, I'm hearing leaders are going to find you on this open path. They're going to see you on your path, and they're even going to want you to help them lead communities to stability, possibly growth, because you've grown a lot. Look at all this greenery around her. Speaking of this, I forgot that I might mention my plants. It was like maybe 3 videos back or 2 or so. But my plants, y'all, I've been trying to keep them alive. And they kind of wilting a little bit, but I'm doing the best I can. And so this is like growth. I'm still trying to keep them growing here. Okay. I'm so proud of them. I've never been a plant parent, so hopefully they last. I like taking care of them and speaking to them. Hey, how y'all doing? But this is like you tend into your garden. Growth. Cultivate a growth mindset and firmly believe that hard work and diligence will ultimately lead you to success. Yep. This is leading you to your success. This open path and focusing on your stability. Spiritual bath is here as well. It's time to have a spiritual cleanse. Bathing with sacred intentions in water purifies and rejuvenates the soul with mystical energy. Yep. See, this is why you are understanding yourself. You're spiritually cleansing yourself on a daily, possibly. I know I would love to take me a spiritual bath. Need to do that. Put that on my checklist, right? And there's other ways you could cleanse yourself spiritually too. So, okay. And Grandpa's lesson is at the bottom of the deck. He emphasizes the importance of being polite, courteous, and principled. Yeah. This card came out. So you're learning family lessons. I'm hearing family lessons. You're teaching your family lessons about, you're trying to understand your family, I'm receiving, and that would make sense. We got family reunion under the deck. This card fell out. Infertility. A blockage is hindering your ability to conceive and reach your full creative potential, either physically or spiritually. You got some people that tried to block this. This could have been those people who try to work against you. They try to stop your spiritual path, but now Spirit's like, oh, that path is still open. People tried to literally stop your spiritual path and the possibilities that was coming with it, and made you feel like it wasn't coming together at all, infertile. I'm hearing people got satisfaction. Some people are out here satisfied that they tried to really stop your spiritual path, but Spirit was like, this open path is here. And it's just also being mindful of these people who do try to stop your spiritual growth and your path. But see, you already know the endless possibilities. And that's why you're focused on your stability alone, because people have tried to cross you here. And or you just see the way of the world and how it is, and how the particular systems are in order to stop people from growing and flourishing their lives. Like when it comes to home buying, if you want to buy a home, now it's so hard to try to buy a home compared to 10, 15 years ago. Even renting a home, all the cost of living is like people trying to stop your growth. The society, the politics, it all plays a factor. And then you see all these people on social media living a glamorous life, so people want the glamour of everything. But see, they don't, when they when they grow and focus on their stability and they build it by themselves, it flourishes more. See, that's the trick. When you grow and harvest your own garden, it grows more than any man-made opportunity out there that tries to, because if anything, it's some things are designed to hinder you, point blank and period. Keep you hindered, like working a 9 to 5. Your mind is like, oh, I need to pay my bills, so I need this job. Oh, I need to get to A to B, so I need a car. Oh, if I don't have car insurance, I can't get nowhere, so I need car insurance. It's like things that have been placed to keep us in our pockets, to focus on the dollars, to stop our growth. That's the physical aspect of it that I'm receiving here. Look, save your own state on the table. Ensure your people are kept safe, even in the most difficult and dangerous circumstances. See, this is what I heard. You are you're understanding your family and it's saving them. You're creating family reunions here because you're saving your family from these unseen blockages as well. See, people trying to also block your fertility, but that's why you could be eloping over here. That could make sense for those of you deciding to elope. Confinement. Some people are dissatisfied with themselves. Okay, I'm gonna get one more message and then we're gonna end this reading. Thank you, Spirit Team. What else we got for the Divine Collective to end the message? I love the 2 cards that came out. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, brown liquor. Spirits such as whiskey, cognac, and rum, are used to celebrate successes, honor ancestors, and bring people together. Yeah, because you could be a first lady or a first man, whatever. You bringing people together. So your open path is open for this. For this purpose alone. When you started to understand yourself, it's ironically bringing people together. But like I said, you're standing out. Even in a group setting, you bring people together. You stand out because you bring them together to understand themselves. But some people start to not understand why you have that particular aura about you to bring people together. And then they could try to want to stop and block your path from coming together. But see, Spirit's like, it's still an open path and you still out here bringing people together regardless, because you got community cards on the board. Religious leader. And again, you can replace religious with spirituality, whatever. But this is just like a positive, let's say positive leader for humanity. To bring the communities together. Both of these say that on this card. This one says bring people together and this one says engaging with the community. Your path is still open for that. It might not be ideal, the ideal path that you originally thought, but you're still out here doing that. And that's cause for celebration. It's like you're protecting more than just your family. You're protecting this whole world. By yourself too. Like, that's the power of you, Divine Collectives. Restoration. Yeah, you restored yourself. I feel like this is like the same kind of card. From building a chair from scratch to learning how to build a whole engine for the car. Okay? To be in your own lane. You own your lane. I love that this card came out. You own your own lane. It's the open path. You restored yourself to remember that. This says repairing, renovating, restoring anything requires careful planning and diligence. Yep. And I'm being called to read this one again. It's important to live with love, provide security, and maintain consistency. Look how good this chair looked. He carved that with his hand. Can't no manufacturer company make it look that good. And can't no car company rebuild your engine the way you can. Somebody could come, well, this is not right. They could try to lie to your face about your engine when you the one who built it. I'm hearing a little engine that could. Yes, and you did, okay? And what it brought? Generational wealth. Love it, because we just was saying that. And it's bringing wealth to the world. You have generational wealth. This is why your path was trying to be stopped and blocked. Passing down wealth can build a legacy through investing in assets like property, stocks, and cash. Didn't I just say they're trying to make house buying hard in the market? Renting a home. So sometimes generational wealth means maybe you're going to live with your family for a minute, which is a family reunion, and y'all built y'all wealth together, saving money together, encouraging together, understanding each other together. And I'm going to leave it there, Divine Collectives. I hope it resonated. If it didn't, don't force the fit. Peace, love, light, blessings, and namaste. Thank you.